So I hope you enjoyed that beautiful piece of music from the very talented Ruth McGinley. And we're just going to talk about our starter, a really simple baked Camembert starter, a very popular dish in the French Rooms. So what we're going to do, in the French Rooms we normally wrap the Camembert in a baking sheet, baking paper, and we just tie it with some string and bake it in the oven. But because we're going to be using a cider, an infused cider, I'm going to use this. We used to sell these at the French Rooms, just a little ceramic dish with a lid. So we are going to prepare a cider, and we're using McIvors Cider from Armagh. We've been using McIvors since we opened in the French Rooms, and they've got 3 delicious flavours, a dry, medium, and then this really nice plum and ginger, which is a personal favourite of mine. But for today's recipe we're going to use the medium. So we're going to reduce the cider down with some garlic and rosemary, and it is optional to add some honey, but we're not that fond of the sweetness with the cheese, so we're just going to leave that out. And then we're going to serve it with some garlic bread. So I've just melted a little bit of garlic butter there, and I'm going to brush that on. But the first thing we need to do is just get our cider juice ready. Right, so we're just going to add our garlic. I've just broken a piece of garlic and added some rosemary, and then we're going to add some of the medium cider, and really it's just to allow it to infuse. Don't need a lot, and this definitely won't go to waste because we'll maybe have a little glass of that later on. So we'll just let that infuse there now, and as I say, the option is you could add some honey at that point as well if you like sweetness with the Camembert. And now we can get on with making our garlic bread. Right, so our cider has infused there nicely. We have that at the front. So I'm going to let it just cool slightly, and we will add it to the cheese, and we'll just get on with the garlic bread. So as I say, I've got some chopped garlic and some nice butter, and then I've just added my old favourite, the North Coast Smokehouse smoked sea salt. And these are some little bread rolls that I made last week, and power baked them and popped them in the freezer. So it's really, really handy for something like this. So I'm just going to brush both sides with the garlic butter and then pop them on a tray ready to go. And because it's date night, you want to enjoy the experience yourself, so either delegate the tasks or decide, make a list of what you can do the day before or the morning of, so you can relax in the evening. And this particular dish, you can definitely have your garlic bread ready to go into the oven, you can have your cider reduction ready, and your cheese prepared, so it's just a matter of putting both in the oven. Right, so we'll just open. I've put our Camembert in here, and I've just squashed in some rosemary into it, and then I'm just going to pour in the cider and cover it over, and then we're going to bake it. So a generous amount of that, very nice. And that's it, simply just cover it over, pop it into the oven for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And that will be ready to go straight to the table. So that's been in for about 15 minutes. The cheese and the garlic toast I put in about 4 or 5 minutes ago. So pop these out and check if we're ready. Bake Camembert. Garlic toast. I've gone for ourselves quite heavy on the garlic. You can decide yourselves how much garlic you're going to put on. It is date night, but at the same time it's good for your immune system, so decide yourselves how much garlic. But the more the merrier, I think. Right, let's have a look at this Camembert. It's quite hot obviously, so be careful. Okay, that looks good. It smells amazing. Really, really delicious. Lots of butter in there. I'm just going to see if it's, oh yes, that's, you see, you can see how, oh yes, very nice. Yeah, that's lovely, absolutely delicious. I'd love to just taste that now, but I know I'll burn my mouth. So yeah, that's perfect. 15 minutes in the oven, about 180. And it's you can smell that it has totally, it's been totally infused with the lovely McIvors cider and the garlic and rosemary. So that's the starter, so that can be served at the table.